Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahrukh Mujumdar welcoming you all to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Efforts to fully resume cargo operations begin following devastating fire at Hozrat International Airport. Fire Service and Civil Defence starts survey to verify firefighting capacity of industrial factories in port city of Chattogram. Eight and a half lakh members of law enforcing agencies to be on duty for 8 days before and after parliamentary elections, says EC Secretary. Arguments in crimes against humanity case against three, including Sheikh Hasina, continue for 6th consecutive day. Grand final round of BTV's popular talent hunt program Notun Kuri to conclude tomorrow. Israeli forces kill 97 Palestinians since start of ceasefire in Gaza. And Morocco grabbed title of FIFA Under-20 World Cup, beating Argentina by 2-0. Those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Following Saturday's devastating fire at Hozrat International Airport, authorities have begun efforts to fully resume cargo operations from today, after partially restarting unloading under special arrangements yesterday. The massive blaze broke out at the cargo village of the airport, burning imported goods worth hundreds of crores of taka to ashes. Taka Customs Agents Association President Mohammad Mizanur Rahman said that all-out support is being provided to restore import-export operations. He added that the process would be easier if the Civil Aviation Authority quickly arranged an alternative facility. Meanwhile, a 7-member special committee has been formed to investigate the cause of the fire and assess the extent of the damage. Victims and stakeholders have expressed hope that whether the fire resulted from sabotage or negligence, the perpetrators will be brought to justice swiftly in the interest of national security. The winter season is approaching. Fires are more common in this season. This year, 2 massive fires broke out at 2 factories in the Chattogram Export Processing Zone (CEPZ). The Fire Service and Civil Defence has already started a survey to verify the firefighting capacity of Chattogram's industrial factories to prevent fires and other accidents. They said with a view to controlling fires and reduce accidents, not only mechanical capacity is needed, but also the owners and workers of industrial factories, residents of the city, various business establishments, offices and courts, and everyone involved should be aware of this. The Fire Service sources said from January to September last year, 3,585 fires and 1,165 other accidents occurred in Chattogram. Most of the fire incidents occurred due to electrical faults. The Fire Service and Civil Defence is always ready to protect lives and property from all natural and other types of accidents, including fires. Therefore, they have all kinds of modern mechanical capabilities along with remote-controlled fire extinguishing equipments. The Fire Service said they start the firefighting efforts with all preparations everywhere, like extinguishing the fire in 2 factories in CEPZ. But to reduce the number of accidents and losses, awareness must be raised among people of all classes and professions. In the first 18 days of October, expatriates sent $1,574 million in remittance to Bangladesh, compared to $1,523 million during the same period last fiscal year. The information was revealed in the latest report from Bangladesh Bank. The central bank sources said from July 1st to October 18th of the current fiscal year, remittance inflow increased by 13.6%, reaching $9,159 million, up from $8,066 million during the same period of the previous year. The Election Commission held a preparatory meeting with the armed forces and all law enforcement agencies to determine measures related to maintaining law and order with the aim of ensuring a free and fair 13th National Parliamentary election. The meeting took place today at the conference room of the Election Commission building at Agargaon in the capital. Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin presided over the meeting, which was attended by representatives of the three armed forces chiefs, the Inspector General of Police, as well as heads of other law enforcement and intelligence agencies. The meeting was also attended by the 4 election commissioners, the Election Commission Secretary and other senior officials of the Commission. Following the meeting, Election Commission Secretary Akhtar Ahmed briefed journalists. He said 1.5 lakh police, 90,000 to 1 lakh army members and 5 lakh to 6 lakh Ansar members will be on duty for a total of 8 days before and after the parliamentary elections. Arguments in the crimes against humanity case against Sheikh Hasina and 2 others linked to the July movement continued for the 6th consecutive day. The hearing began this morning at the 3-member International Crimes Tribunal 1, led by Justice Ghulam Murtuja Majumdar. On the 6th day, state-appointed defense lawyer Amir Hussain presented his arguments. During the previous 5 sessions, Chief Prosecutor Tazul Islam had outlined the background of the case and analyzed witness testimonies while presenting the prosecution's arguments. During the hearing, the state-appointed defense counsel presented counter-arguments against the prosecution's allegations and witness statements concerning various issues from Sheikh Hasina's tenure, including the electoral system, money embezzlement, repression, the Pilkhana and Shapla killings, misrule, and the July massacre. 2 other accused in the case are former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun. Meanwhile, testimony is underway in the Showers Ashulia case over the burning of 6 bodies and 7 murders during the July movement. The 3-member judicial panel of Tribunal 2, headed by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry, began the 12th day of testimony this morning. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said many people have become frustrated seeing the growing disunity among politicians after the July uprising. He made the remarks today while addressing a reception ceremony organized at the Institution of Diploma Engineers Bangladesh, IDEB, for students who achieved a GPA 5 in the SSC examinations. Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said young people now have the opportunity to realize the potential of politics, and he expressed gratitude to the students who sacrificed their lives in the struggle to establish democracy. Former Member of Parliament and BNP Standing Committee's Training Affairs Secretary Rashida Begum Hira, among others, was present at the event. The grand final round of Bangladesh Television's iconic talent hunt show, Notun Kuri, a bearer of BTV's golden legacy, will conclude tomorrow. On the 7th day today, a total of 126 contestants from Group Core participated in the categories of patriotic songs, Hamd Naat, recitation, classical music and Robindra Sangeet. From the divisional selections, the top 5 scorers in each category from every group have qualified to participate in this final round. Launched in 1976 on Bangladesh Television, Notun Kuri was the first reality show-style talent hunt program in the subcontinent. Over the years, it has discovered numerous renowned artists. After a long hiatus, the show has returned with its original name and theme song. Missile training firing will be held at the Monakali Air Defense Firing Range in Cox's Bazar from October 21st to 28th. A press release issued by the Inter-Services Public Relations Directorate (ISPR) said During the firing activities, the entry of all types of watercrafts, including ships, boats, trawlers, launches, and aircrafts and other vehicles, and the public in the area around the firing range from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day is extremely dangerous and risky, so the public has been instructed to remain alert and discouraged to enter the area. Now international news. Israel has killed at least 97 Palestinians and injured 230 others since the start of the ceasefire and violated the truce agreement 80 times. The Israeli military has killed dozens of Palestinians in a wave of air raids that it said were in response to a ceasefire violation by Hamas, which the group has denied. US President Donald Trump said the ceasefire in Gaza is still in effect, stressing that Washington is working to ensure that the situation is very peaceful. Meanwhile, a 49-year-old Palestinian detainee, Mahmoud Abdullah, from the Jenin refugee camp in the occupied West Bank, has died months after he was imprisoned by Israeli forces. Noting that dozens more people have been subjected to enforced disappearances, the Palestinian Prisoners Society said Abdullah was the 79th Palestinian known to have died in Israeli imprisonment since October 2023. Israel's attack on Gaza has killed at least 68,159 people and wounded 170,203 since October 2023. United States President Donald Trump called his Colombian counterpart Gustavo Petro an illegal drug leader, announcing that the U.S. will slash funding to the South American nation. Trump claimed in a post on his Truth Social platform on Sunday that President Petro is strongly encouraging the massive production of drugs across Colombia. He called Petro a low-rated and very unpopular leader, warning that he better close up drug operations or the U.S. will close them up for him and it won't be done nicely. Pakistan's new remote sensing satellite successfully reached orbit and began operations. The Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission, SuperCo, disclosed this information on Saturday. The satellite was launched from China's Xichang Launch Center on 31st of July. The satellite established stable communication links with ground stations and started acquiring high-resolution images for sending them to the ground. This will make data available for various sectors of national life. The satellite has high-quality imaging capabilities that will revolutionize urban planning and infrastructure development. It will also help monitor urban sprawl and development trends. It will strengthen the natural disaster prevention system and enable rapid response by providing timely data that could alert authorities to possibility of floods, landslides, earthquakes, and other disasters. The satellite will also play a role in environmental protection, such as monitoring melting of glaciers and deforestation. Experts said it will help boost agricultural production.